You will never get rich until you face this. That's not a threat, not an insult, not a warning. It's a truth, a raw and powerful reality that most people run from all their lives. You will never get rich until you look in the mirror and face the person staring back at you. You will never rise until you confront the chains you've placed on yourself. You will never soar until you acknowledge the weight you refuse to let go. Riches are not kept from you by the world, by others, or by circumstances. They are kept from you by your own blindness, your refusal to face what's really holding you back. The truth is hard, and that's why most avoid it. The truth demands change, the truth demands growth, the truth demands responsibility, and until you step into that arena of full accountability, you will walk in circles, dreaming of wealth while staying broke in spirit and bank account. You've probably read the books, watched the videos, maybe even repeated the affirmations, but nothing changes until you change. No amount of dreaming will manifest anything if it's not backed by brutal self-honesty. You say you want to be rich, but how badly? Badly enough to stop lying to yourself, badly enough to give up comfort, distraction, and ego, because that's the price. You see, the greatest enemy of wealth isn't poverty, it's denial. The refusal to face who you've been, the choices you've made, and the habits you protect. Riches don't come to the wishful, they come to the warrior, the one who fights against their own weaknesses every single day. You must face the laziness, that part of you that says tomorrow, that part of you that tells you to rest before you've earned it, that part of you that finds excuses wrapped in logic. You say, I deserve a break, but you haven't even broken through the walls that are holding you back. You rest like the rich, but grind like the average, and then wonder why your bank account mocks your dreams. You have to look that laziness dead in the face and say, you will not win. You have to replace it with discipline so strong, even your old self wouldn't recognize you. You must face the entitlement. The world owes you nothing. Your dreams don't come with guarantees. You don't deserve riches simply because you want them. You don't get to live a life of luxury without earning the scars that come with the battle. Entitlement will keep you poor, waiting, watching, wishing, while the doers, the creators, the fighters build empires right in front of you. The moment you drop the entitlement and pick up accountability, everything changes. Your hunger becomes real, your actions become focused, your excuses lose their power. You must face the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of loss. Fear is the gatekeeper of your next level. It stands between you and wealth, and until you walk through it, you'll always be stuck. Fear doesn't vanish. You outgrow it by facing it. Every successful person you admire felt the same fear you do, but they moved anyway. They took the risk, they made the call, they launched the business, they had the conversation. You think fear is a sign to stop, it's a signal to go. You get rich by doing what others are too afraid to do. You must face the procrastination. You don't have time to waste. You don't have years to delay. Life is passing whether you act or not. The cost of waiting is higher than you can imagine. Every day you stall, someone else executes. Every moment you delay, your future slips a little further away. Stop treating time like it's unlimited. Every day is a currency, and you're either investing it or burning it. Make a vow to take action now, even if it's imperfect, even if it's messy. The habit of speed is what separates the rich from the rest. You must face the distractions. Your phone, your comfort, your gossip, your scrolling. These are thieves. They steal your focus, your energy, your time. You think you're relaxing, but you're decaying. Wealth requires depth, intensity, and clarity, and distractions destroy all three. The rich aren't focused because they're lucky. They're focused because they cut out the noise. You have to decide what matters and eliminate everything else. Protect your mind like your life depends on it, because your future absolutely does. You must face the truth about your environment. Who you spend time with shapes who you become. If your circle tolerates mediocrity, so will you. If your friends joke about failure and laugh at ambition, you'll eventually shrink your goals to fit in. You must choose growth over comfort. Surround yourself with those who push you, not pacify you. Let go of relationships that drain you. Loyalty to the wrong crowd is self-betrayal. Wealth begins when you step into rooms that demand more from you. You must face the lies you tell yourself, the belief that you're not ready, the story that you're not good enough, the illusion that success is for others. These lies are not truths. They are limits, and they must be destroyed. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are your choices, your habits, your determination. The moment you stop believing the lies is the moment your power returns. Speak to yourself like someone you believe in. Train your inner voice to uplift, not sabotage. You must face the value you bring. Money flows to value, period. If you're not getting paid, you're not solving problems. You must become obsessed with adding more value than anyone else. Master your craft, serve others, solve real problems. Wealth doesn't come from wanting, it comes from giving. The world rewards those who contribute at a high level. Don't ask, how can I get more? Ask, how can I give more? Become so valuable that the market can't ignore you. That's how wealth is earned. You must face the effort required. Getting rich is not for the lazy, the weak-willed, or the half-committed. It's for the relentless, the ones who keep going when motivation dies. The ones who wake up early and grind late. The ones who keep showing up after rejection, failure, and pain. You must develop a work ethic so fierce that even your doubters become believers. There is no shortcut. There is no magic, just work. Ruthless, consistent, unglamorous work. The grind is the gatekeeper to the glory. You must face the uncomfortable. You can't grow in comfort. You can't build an empire while avoiding pain. You must be willing to be uncomfortable for long periods. You must do what others won't so you can live how others can't. Cold calls, long nights, rejection, loss. It's part of the process. Stop trying to avoid discomfort. Embrace it, seek it, let it shape you into someone unbreakable. The more discomfort you can handle, the bigger your life becomes. You must face your finances. Stop hiding from the numbers. Know what you earn, what you spend, what you owe, and what you invest. Wealth starts with financial awareness. If you treat money carelessly, it will leave you. Respect every dollar. Track every penny, build a budget, create systems, automate your savings, learn to multiply your money. The rich don't guess. They plan. Don't let money control you. Learn to control it. Master it, or it will master you. You must face the mirror every day and ask, am I doing the work or just pretending? There's no hiding from the truth. You know when you're coasting. You know when you're lying to yourself. You know when you're wasting time. Be honest. Be ruthless. Be real. Because only when you face the truth can you change it. Only when you own your failures can you rewrite your future. Stop waiting for the world to change. Change yourself and the world responds. You will never get rich until you face this. Face the discipline you've avoided. Face the habits you've justified. Face the pain you've suppressed. Face the fears you've danced around. Face the lies you've accepted. Face the truth about what it takes. Most people won't do this, and that's why most people never build real wealth. They'd rather stay comfortable and broke than be uncomfortable and free. Don't be most people. You will never get rich until you face the fact that your next level lives on the other side of your current identity. You must let go of who you've been to become who you're meant to be. You can't think like the poor and live like the rich. You can't act average and expect extraordinary. It's not just about money. It's about becoming the kind of person who deserves it. Wealth is a mirror that reflects your inner world. Fix the inside and the outside transforms. You will never get rich until you face the cost of inaction. The price of doing nothing is far greater than the price of effort. Every moment you stall is a future regret. Every time you shrink is a missed opportunity. You have one life and the clock is ticking. The world doesn't slow down for your excuses. It doesn't pause while you decide. It moves on. And those who move with it, those who face the truth, those who rise, they are the ones who live the life you dream of. You will never get rich until you face the fire within you, that fire that tells you you're meant for more. That fire that whispers at night, don't settle. That fire that burns when you see others win and know you're capable too. That fire is your signal. Follow it. Feed it. Let it drive you. Let it push you to grind harder, think bigger, and act faster. The fire inside you is more powerful than any obstacle outside you. If you dare to let it roar, you will never get rich until you face the truth. And the truth is, it's all on you. Not your boss, not your parents, not the economy, not the government. You, your mindset, your work ethic, your decisions, your persistence, you are the problem. And the solution, you are the reason you're not where you want to be. And you are also the key to breaking through. Own that, live that, and everything changes. You don't need more time. You need more courage. You don't need another plan. You need to execute. You don't need approval. You need self-belief. You don't need a miracle. You need to face the mirror and commit to the grind. Wealth is waiting for the version of you who is ready to pay the price, not the price of money, the price of self, mastery, self-control, and self-respect. You will never get rich until you face this. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the work you haven't done. The harder truth is, you know what that work is. You've known for a long time. So now it's time. No more delays, no more blame, no more distractions. It's your moment, your life, your responsibility. Face it, fight for it, earn it, get honest, because nothing transforms in a lie. You can't fake your way into wealth. You can't pretend your way into power. You either do the work or you don't. You either show up consistently or you disappear in comfort. You either rise with pain or fall in pleasure. And that's what most don't want to hear. They want the lifestyle without the sacrifice. They want the reward without the risk. But there is no growth without struggle. There is no elevation without excavation. You must dig deep into your soul, face your weaknesses, and rip them out, one by one. You will never get rich until you face your ego, that fragile part of you that resents correction, that avoids humility, that hides behind pride. Your ego wants to look good, but wealth demands that you get good. There's a difference. Looking good is performance. Getting good is progress. The rich don't care about appearances. They care about results. They are constantly learning, evolving, asking, what can I do better? Meanwhile, the ego says, I already know. You must choose humility over pride, growth over being right, improvement over image. That shift alone can unlock levels you didn't know existed. You will never get rich until you face the loneliness. Not everyone will understand your path. Not everyone will clap for your grind. Some will laugh. Some will leave, some will criticize, but remember this, greatness is always lonely at first. Trailblazers walk through silence before the crowd shows up. You'll have to outwork them when no one is watching. You'll have to believe in yourself when no one else does. You'll have to stay up late, show up early, and build in isolation. That's the price. But if you embrace the silence now, the applause will come later. You will never get rich until you face the fact that success isn't sexy. It's repetitive. It's showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It's doing the same thing over and over until you master it. It's boring, it's monotonous, and it's necessary. While others chase new and shiny, the wealthy double down on what works. They execute the basics flawlessly. They don't need to be motivated. They've trained themselves to be disciplined. And that's the edge. You don't need more inspiration. You need more consistency. Stop waiting for passion and build a process. Passion fades, but discipline delivers. You will never get rich until you face your habits. You can't escape them. They're either building you or breaking you. Every small action, every little decision compounds. You don't wake up wealthy. You earn it in daily decisions. What you eat, what you read, how you think, what you do with your time, all of it matters. You must audit your life ruthlessly, cut the habits that cost you your future, replace them with ones that sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and empower your spirit. Habits are the architects of your destiny. Build them with precision. You will never get rich until you face your tolerance. You've been tolerating too much, tolerating mediocrity, tolerating distractions, tolerating disrespect, tolerating your own excuses. And what you tolerate, you normalize. Your standards determine your results. The rich don't tolerate weakness in their schedule, in their finances, or in their mindset. They operate from excellence, not occasionally, daily. You want to rise, raise your standards, get sick of your own average, declare war on everything that's beneath your potential. Your life will rise to the level of what you refuse to accept anymore. You will never get rich until you face the power of focus. Most people scatter their energy. They try to do 10 things at once and master none. Wealthy people pick one lane, one craft, one obsession, and they go deep. They concentrate their time, talent, and tenacity, and that focus multiplies results. Dabbling is for the broke. Mastery is for the rich. Don't chase everything. Pick something and dominate. Turn down noise, turn up clarity, turn off the distractions. If you chase 2 rabbits, you lose both. Lock in, get obsessed, go all in, that's how you win. You will never get rich until you face the truth about rejection. Rejection is not failure, it's redirection. Every no is bringing you closer to your yes. But if you crumble every time someone criticizes, you're not ready. If you quit after a single door closes, you're not ready. You must get to a place where rejection fuels you, where criticism sharpens you, where failure teaches you. The rich are not immune to failure. They've just learned to use it. You will not be exempt from pain. You will not be protected from loss, but you can be prepared, unshaken, relentless. You will never get rich until you face the pain of transformation. Changing your life is uncomfortable. It will cost you comfort, certainty, and sometimes people, but that pain is the gateway to greatness. Most will avoid it, most will retreat, but you are not most. You were not born to blend in. You were not created to remain the same. You are being called to rise, to evolve, to stretch. It will hurt. It will test you, but that pain will produce purpose. That fire will forge freedom. Do not fear it. Embrace it. Walk through it. On the other side is a version of you who is unstoppable. You will never get rich until you face the fact that your mindset is your foundation. If your thoughts are poor, your outcomes will be too. Wealth starts in the mind. You must think like a builder, not a beggar, like a creator, not a consumer, like an owner, not a victim. Shift your thinking from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, from lack to opportunity. Every time you catch yourself thinking small, correct it. Speak power, speak vision, speak growth. Your thoughts become actions, and your actions become your life. You will never get rich until you face the responsibility that comes with it. Money doesn't make your life easier, it magnifies who you are. If you're undisciplined, it will destroy you. If you're focused, it will free you. Wealth is not just about getting. It's about managing, protecting, and growing. It's about leadership, stewardship, legacy. Are you building something that lasts? Are you ready to handle the pressure, the decisions, the responsibilities? Because if you're not ready to manage money, you're not ready to receive it. Start managing what you have now. Excellence at every level attracts more. You will never get rich until you face the spiritual truth. You are not here just to get rich. You're here to grow, to serve, to rise. Money is a tool, not the goal. You want wealth, ask yourself why. What will you do with it? Who will you help? What will you build? The rich who stay rich are those with vision beyond self. They use wealth to elevate others, to build legacies, to make impact. Align your ambition with purpose. Chase meaning, not just money. When you get that right, the money follows. You will never get rich until you face your potential. You've been playing small. You've been shrinking to fit comfort. You've been limiting yourself to survive, but you weren't created to survive, you were made to thrive. You've got power you haven't touched, skills you haven't sharpened, dreams you haven't dared, and it's time. Time to step into your full capacity. Time to go from average to exceptional. Time to rise into the greatness that's been waiting on you, not someday, not when you feel ready, now. You will never get rich until you stop avoiding the hard things. The conversations you've been delaying, the decisions you've been dodging, the work you've been skipping, that's the doorway. Walk through it. On the other side of everything you fear is everything you want. That tension you feel, it's your future calling, and the only way out is through. Don't tiptoe, don't second guess, don't stall, face it. Face it with everything you've got, because you are capable, you are powerful. You are built for this. You will never get rich until you stop blaming. No one owes you. Life doesn't care. Circumstances aren't fair. But winners don't cry about conditions. They rise in them. The world has crushed people with more talent than you. And yet, some rise, some build, some break through, and that means you can too. But only if you stop blaming, stop complaining, and start creating. The pen is in your hand. Write the story you were born to live. You will never get rich until you stop doubting. Doubt is the chain that keeps people locked in mediocrity. It whispers you're not ready, you're not enough. And if you listen, you'll never rise. But you were not created to live in fear. You were not made to settle. You were made to conquer, to expand, to dominate. You are stronger than you think, smarter than you act, bigger than you feel, and it's time to believe like it, act like it. Walk like it. You don't need permission, you just need decision. You will never get rich until you face it all, every flaw, every fear, every limit, every weakness. Stare it in the face and declare, this ends with me. Because when you face it, you take its power. When you name it, you claim your power back. And when you master it, nothing can stop you. Riches don't come to the perfect. They come to the persistent, to the brave, to the relentless, to the one who faces it all and keeps moving. This is your moment. This is your season. You will never get rich until you face this. And now that you have, there is nothing in your way but the work. So rise, build, fight, earn. Keep going. That's the rule now. No matter what obstacles arise, no matter who doubts you, no matter what the past has whispered to you, keep going. The richest people on this planet weren't the luckiest. They were the ones who refused to stop. Rejection didn't stop them. Failure didn't break them. Pain didn't silence them. They kept building, brick by brick, day by day, when no one believed. They stayed on the battlefield long enough to win. You must do the same. Understand this deeply. Wealth is attracted to courage. It doesn't come to the fearful. It doesn't belong to the hesitant. It bows to the bold. When you act boldly, when you take responsibility, when you refuse to settle, the universe responds. The doors begin to open, the people begin to arrive, the resources begin to move, but nothing starts until you move first. Motion creates momentum, and momentum unlocks miracles. You will never get rich until you realize that no one is coming to save you. That might sound harsh, but it's the greatest truth you can face. The moment you stop waiting is the moment you start rising. No mentor, no investor, no secret opportunity is coming to pull you out. It's you. It's always been you. That realization is your freedom. You have the power, you are the key, and you've been carrying it all along. Unlock yourself. You will never get rich until you take extreme ownership of everything in your life. That means your results are yours, your finances are yours, your attitude is yours, your time, your energy, your thought, it's all yours. Excuses die in the face of responsibility, and responsibility is the foundation of transformation. Own your flaws, own your story, own your rise. The moment you do, you'll feel the weight of weakness fall off your shoulders, and in its place you'll feel power. It's not enough to want wealth. Everyone wants it. It's not enough to dream. Everyone dreams. What matters is what you do when it's hard, when you're tired, when no one is clapping, when it feels like nothing is working. That's where the gap is. That's where 99% of people stop. But not you. You're not part of the 99%. You were born to lead, to dominate, to influence, to create. You don't just want wealth. You're willing to become the person who deserves it. And that's the secret right there, becoming. You will never get rich until you become someone who is capable of holding wealth, someone who thinks clearly under pressure, someone who stays disciplined under distraction, someone who leads with vision and stands strong in chaos. Wealth doesn't go to the hungry, it goes to the prepared. You don't rise by luck. You rise by becoming the person who can carry the weight of success. There's a version of you out there that already has everything you're chasing. That version is not waiting for external help. It is built from internal strength. So today, right now, you must begin to embody that version, speak like them, move like them, train like them, think like them. The gap between who you are and who you want to be is filled with consistent action, bold decisions, and relentless faith. You will never get rich until you turn your pain into fuel. Everyone has pain. Most bury it, most numb it, but the powerful, the elite, the wealthy, they use it. They turn their heartbreak into hunger, their setbacks into systems, their wounds into wisdom. Don't waste your pain. Don't run from it. Channel it. Let it sharpen you. Let it deepen your capacity. Your story is your superpower. If you're brave enough to face it, own it, and rise above it. You will never get rich until you understand time differently. The broke trade time for money. The wealthy build systems that buy back their time. Time is the real currency. You must value every second like it's gold. Guard it. Invest it. Protect it from distractions, from drama, from people who don't value theirs. Every day you waste is a seed you never plant. Every moment you let slip is a dollar never earned. Your calendar is a mirror of your future. Master it. You will never get rich until you take massive, imperfect action. Perfection is a lie that keeps you poor, waiting for everything to be aligned, waiting to feel confident, waiting to be ready. These are traps. Start before you're ready. Move before it makes sense. The people who win are not the smartest. They're the fastest. They launch, they learn, they pivot. Stop overthinking. Start executing. Momentum is always better than mastery, because momentum creates mastery. You will never get rich until you face fear every single day. Fear is the gatekeeper to the life you want. It shows up the moment you try to grow. Every time you reach for more, fear whispers, "What if you fail?" But the rich feel fear and move anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the choice to move through it. Practice that, live that. The more fear you face, the less it controls you. One day you'll look back and realize the thing that scared you the most became the thing that shaped you the most. You will never get rich until you realize that comfort is the enemy. Your brain wants to protect you. It wants easy. It wants predictable. But growth only lives in discomfort. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, the failed attempts, the awkward conversations. The lonely seasons, that's the grind that most run from. But the wealthy, they run into it. They live there. They build in that fire. And they rise from it stronger, smarter, sharper. You must rewire yourself to crave challenge, to seek pain, to pursue pressure. Because pressure creates diamonds, you will never get rich until you stop negotiating with your goals. You don't owe your feelings anything. You don't owe your excuses any space. Your dreams deserve loyalty. Relentless, unshakable loyalty every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow." You make poverty more comfortable every time you say, "Just this once." You weaken your future. Stop compromising. Start committing. Decide once and live that decision daily. You will never get rich until you become obsessed with value. Money follows value. If you want more income, create more impact. Solve bigger problems. Serve more people. Make lives better, easier, faster, more efficient. Stop asking, "How can I make money?" and start asking, "How can I add insane value to the world?" When you become valuable, wealth is attracted to you like gravity. Make yourself impossible to ignore. That's the real strategy. You will never get rich until you learn the discipline of patience. Everyone wants to go viral. Everyone wants the quick win. But the real wealth is slow cooked. It's built in years, not weeks. You don't plant a seed and eat fruit tomorrow. You water it. You nurture it. You protect it, and in time it multiplies. Stop rushing. Stop panicking. Start trusting. The process works when you work the process. Don't quit in the planting season. You will never get rich until you stop seeking validation. You don't need applause. You don't need praise. You need progress. The richest builders on earth were once misunderstood. They were laughed at, criticized, ignored, but they kept showing up. You don't build legacy by being liked. You build it by being focused. Let people talk. Let them doubt. Let them mock. Just don't let it slow you down. Stay locked in on your mission. You will never get rich until you become impossible to defeat. Not perfect, resilient, not flawless. Unbreakable. Life will test you. It will knock you down. It will gut. Punch your plans. But your response is everything. Get back up. Every time, no matter what. Because the only real failure is staying down. Everything else is a setup for your comeback. And every comeback brings compound strength. The world respects those who refuse to quit. And finally, you will never get rich until you believe with every cell in your body that you were born for this. That wealth is not just a dream, it's your destiny. That your vision is valid, that your work matters, that your grind is holy. You are not an accident. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are chosen. You are gifted. You are called to lead. Called to build, called to rise. Now go do it. Not tomorrow, not next month. Now face it all. Own your journey. Build your vision. And don't stop until the work you do in silence echoes louder than any doubt ever could. You don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done. That's the mindset of the wealthy. That's the fire that fuels the unstoppable. You think they feel like grinding every day. No, but they do it anyway, because they know feelings are not facts. Feelings lie, but discipline tells the truth. Discipline shows up whether it's sunny or storming, whether people cheer or go silent, whether it's easy or unbearable. Discipline doesn't care about comfort. It cares about completion. You will never get rich until you master your mind, not once, not occasionally, daily, because your mind is a battlefield and the enemy is subtle. It shows up as doubt, as fear, as laziness, as distraction, and if you don't conquer it, it will conquer you. You need mental armor, routines that sharpen you, habits that hold you up, thoughts that serve you, because when the pressure hits, it's your mindset that either cracks or carries you. And the rich, they train their minds like warriors. You will never get rich until you understand energy. Your energy is your currency. Guard it. Who you let into your life matters. Some people drain you. Others build you. Be ruthless about your circle. Surround yourself with the driven, the bold, the disciplined, the ones who talk solutions, not problems, the ones who see possibilities where others see limits. You rise faster when you run with people who refuse to stay average. You will never get rich until you see problems as invitations. Most people run from problems. They complain, blame, or avoid them. But the wealthy, they run toward them because problems are doors to profit. Every innovation, every product, every break through started with a problem. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the check you earn. Stop being scared of problems. Start hunting them. Start solving them. That's how you separate from the pack. You will never get rich until you take responsibility for your income. No one owes you wealth. The government doesn't. Your boss doesn't. The market doesn't. You do. You owe it to yourself to create, to build, to produce. Waiting for permission is a poverty habit. Give yourself permission. Raise your standard. If your income doesn't match your vision, upgrade your value, your skill, your strategy. Never complain about results you didn't work for. Rise and earn it. You will never get rich until you stop chasing shortcuts. There are no hacks to greatness, no elevator to legacy. You climb, you bleed, you sweat. The shortcuts you think you want will rob you of the strength you need, because it's not the money, it's who you become getting it. The grind shapes you, the pain polishes you, the process forges you. Skipping that skips the transformation, and transformation is the real treasure. You will never get rich until you understand the game of money. It's not about working more. It's about working smarter. Learn about money, study it, understand assets, learn about leverage, know how taxes work, how investments work, how systems scale. Most people stay broke because they stay ignorant. Information is income. If you want to play the game, learn the rules, and then break them with mastery, you will never get rich until you stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like a creator. Poor minds consume everything: entertainment, gossip, distraction. Rich minds create, they write, they build, they design, they innovate. Every hour spent consuming someone else's dream is an hour you could have spent building your own. Be a producer, put value into the world, be so useful that the world can't ignore you. You will never get rich until you embrace rejection. Most avoid it, fear it, let it define them. But rejection is a sign you're in the game. You tried, you moved, you reached, that's more than most ever do. Rejection isn't death, it's data. It tells you where to improve, where to adjust, where to grow. Rejection is feedback. Feedback is fuel. Use it and keep swinging. The world belongs to the bold. You will never get rich until you fall in love with the work. Not the result, the work, because the result comes and goes. The money can rise and fall. But the work is what makes you. If you only work when you feel like it, you'll never make it. But if you find joy in the grind, if you fall in love with the process, you'll be dangerous, unstoppable, unshakable. That's when you become lethal. You will never get rich until you stop needing motivation. Motivation is temporary, it's emotional, it's unreliable. What you need is systems, routines, habits. Set your life up so success becomes inevitable. So even on bad days, progress happens. Build a life where the standard is excellence. Where excellence is the floor, not the ceiling, motivation fades. Systems last. You will never get rich until you outwork everyone. It's not a competition, but it is a race, and most people are walking. Some are sleeping. If you're sprinting, you separate fast. Don't let average people slow your stride. If they say you're obsessed, good. If they say you've changed, perfect. You didn't come this far to blend in. You came to take over. Hustle like your life depends on it, because your future does. You will never get rich until you detach from outcomes. Do the work, show up, but release the need for immediate results. That's where most burn out. They expect overnight magic, but greatness is gradual, mastery is messy. Success comes slower than you want, and faster than you think. Keep planting, keep building, stay focused. One day everything compounds, and what once felt impossible becomes inevitable. You will never get rich until you develop emotional intelligence. Wealth isn't just numbers. It's people, it's relationships, it's influence, and to lead people, to inspire, to negotiate, to partner. You need EQ. Learn to listen, to stay calm, to understand others. The biggest deals aren't always logical. They're emotional. The wealthiest people aren't just smart. They're emotionally wise. You will never get rich until you train like a champion. Champions train daily. They study, they rehearse, they refine. They don't rely on talent. They develop skill. What you practice in private shows up in public. How you do anything is how you do everything. Train your body, train your mind, train your craft. Never let your talent exceed your discipline. Talent gets you in the room. Discipline keeps you there. You will never get rich until you take control of your identity. Stop saying, I'm broke. Stop calling yourself lazy, unlucky, or average. Words shape reality. Every time you speak weakness, you reinforce it. Speak power even when it feels fake, especially when it feels fake. Call yourself what you want to become. Speak wealth. Speak excellence. Speak purpose. Eventually, your identity catches up. You will never get rich until you create relentlessly. One idea won't save you. One win won't sustain you. Keep creating new ideas, new products, new offers, new solutions. Don't cling to one success. Multiply it, diversify it, compound it. The marketplace rewards momentum. Be prolific, be bold, create like you're on a mission. Because you are, you will never get rich until you understand this. Money is not the goal, it's the tool. The goal is impact, freedom, options, legacy. Don't worship money. Wield it. Use it to buy time, to bless others, to build, to grow. Money is a magnifier. It makes you more of who you are. So become someone worth magnifying. You will never get rich until you realize you're already equipped. You don't need permission, you don't need a sign, you don't need another course. You need to start with what you have from where you are right now. You have breath, you have time, you have fire in your chest. Then you're ready. The journey doesn't begin when it's perfect. It begins when you decide, and when you decide, everything changes, not because the world changes, but because you do, and that shift, that inner decision, is where wealth begins. So decide now to rise, to lead, to build, to grind, to shine, to face every fear, to own every choice, and to never again let excuses dictate your destiny, because the truth is still the same: you will never get rich until you face this. And now you have. Now go finish what you started.